Tomtom, the Snail's Summer Vacation at Grandma and Grandpa's House. Part 1, Meeting New Friends in the Nearby Forest. This summer, a little snail named Tomtom was beyond excited to visit his grandparents in the countryside. He had been looking forward to this all school year. The thought of returning to his grandparents' cozy little home under the giant oak tree filled him with joy. Back in the city, Tomtom didn't have many friends to play with, so he was eager to explore nature and make new friends during his summer break. On the very first morning at his grandparents' house, Tomtom woke up bright and early. He slowly stretched out of his brown striped shell and greeted the morning sunshine. Grandma and Grandpa Snail were already awake, preparing a delicious breakfast of fresh, juicy leaves. Seeing Tomtom awake, Grandma Snail smiled warmly and said, "Good morning, my dear Tomtom. Did you sleep well?" Tomtom beamed. "Yes, Grandma. I slept so well. It's so peaceful here, and the air is so fresh. Thank you for letting me stay." Grandpa Snail chuckled and said, "Today is a beautiful day. Would you like to go out and explore? There's a small forest nearby. It's full of surprises. You might even meet some new friends." Tomtom's eyes lit up. "Oh yes, Grandpa. I'd love to explore and make some new friends." Grandma Snail gently warned, "Have fun, but be careful. Don't wander too far into the deep forest, and make sure to come home before dark." Tomtom nodded eagerly. "I promise, Grandma." After a delicious breakfast, Tomtom said goodbye to his grandparents and set off on his little adventure. He slowly made his way to the nearby forest, following a winding dirt path lined with green grass and colorful wildflowers. As he went, he hummed a happy tune, his tiny snail antennas bouncing along with the rhythm. Soon the forest came into view. Tall trees cast cool shadows, while beams of morning sunlight peeked through the leaves, creating dancing specks of light on the forest floor. The air smelled fresh, carrying hints of wildflowers and earthy moss. Tomtom stopped under a large tree, looking around in awe. Everything seemed so big compared to his tiny snail body. Suddenly, he heard a rustling sound nearby, followed by some strange noises. Startled, Tomtom instinctively pulled his head into his shell. But then he reminded himself, "Wait a minute, I came here to make friends, didn't I? I have to be brave." Gathering his courage, he peeked out and slowly moved toward the noise. Peering past a bush, Tomtom saw a big brown creature sniffing the ground with a wet, wiggly nose. It looked like it was searching for something. The creature was much, much bigger than Tomtom, with shaggy brown-gray fur and two sharp tusks sticking out from its mouth. Tomtom quickly realized it was a wild boar. Feeling a little nervous but determined to be friendly, Tomtom called out, "Hello there. What are you doing?" The wild boar lifted his head, surprised to hear a tiny voice from below. He blinked, then grinned. "Oh, hi, little snail. I'm looking for tasty roots and fallen fruits for breakfast. But wait, who are you? I don't think I've seen you before." Tomtom introduced himself. "I'm Tomtom. I just arrived from the city to spend my summer with my grandparents. I came to the forest to explore and make new friends." The wild boar's eyes twinkled. "That's awesome. Welcome to the forest. I'm Oinky. I've lived here all my life. This place is full of fun things. Hey, after I finish breakfast, I can show you around." Tomtom was thrilled. "Really? That sounds amazing. Thanks, Oinky." Tomtom patiently waited as Oinky continued to dig in the ground. In no time, the wild boar unearthed a plump forest potato. He chomped down on it happily, munching away. Tomtom watched curiously, and Oinky laughed. "Want to try some? It's sweet and delicious." Tomtom wiggled his antennae. "Thanks, but I only eat leaves, and I already had breakfast." After finishing his meal, Oinky stretched and wiggled his stubby tail. "All right, let's go. I'll introduce you to some other friends." Tomtom eagerly followed, but well, snails are slow. Oinky walked ahead, then turned to see that Tomtom had barely moved. "Oh no, I forgot you're much slower than me." Tomtom huffed, trying his best. "I'm okay, I'm just a little slow." Oinky thought for a moment, then grinned. "I have an idea. Hop on my back. I'll carry you." Tomtom hesitated. "Are you sure? I'm kind of heavy." Oinky snorted with laughter. "Heavy? You're tiny. I won't even notice." With that, Oinky crouched down and Tomtom carefully climbed onto his furry back. Once Tomtom was secure, Oinky trotted forward. For the first time ever, Tomtom was riding on a wild boar. The feeling of moving so fast made him giggle with excitement. As they traveled, the wind rustled the leaves, and Tomtom stretched out his tiny antenna, enjoying the fresh breeze. "This is so fun," he squealed. Soon they reached a sunny meadow where a fluffy white rabbit was hopping around. The rabbit twitched his long ears and twirled around like a dancer, humming a cheerful tune. Oinky called out, "Hey, Speedy, come meet our new friend." The rabbit bounced over and gasped, "Oh, my whiskers! A tiny snail, how cute!" Tomtom smiled. "Hi, I'm Tomtom. I'm here for the summer. What's your name?" The rabbit grinned. "I'm Speedy. Full name, Speedy the Super Fast Rabbit, because I run super fast. Watch this." Speedy zoomed around them in circles, making the flowers shake. Tomtom's eyes widened in amazement. "Wow, you really are fast." Speedy tilted his head. "And you have the coolest shell. It's like you have a tiny house on your back." Tomtom blushed. "Thanks. It can be heavy sometimes, but it keeps me safe." Oinky added, "See? We all have different strengths. Speedy is fast, Tomtom has a portable house, and I'm big and strong." Hearing Oinky's words, Tomtom felt more confident about himself. After all, he might be slow, but he had his shell to protect him. Every friend was different, and that's what made things exciting. As the three new friends chatted away, they continued strolling across the grassy meadow. Speedy didn't need Oinky to carry him like Tomtom. Rabbits were way too fast for that. He zoomed in circles around Oinky and Tomtom, sometimes dashing ahead, then suddenly hopping back. He was full of energy. Watching Speedy bounce around, Tomtom couldn't help but giggle. After a while, the group reached a small, crystal-clear stream winding around mossy rocks. By the water, a large brown figure was bending down, drinking. It was a majestic horse with a sleek brown coat and a flowing chestnut mane. Hearing the chatter of the little friends, the horse lifted his head, revealing big, kind eyes. Oinky squealed with excitement. "Oh, look! Gallop is drinking water. Let's go say hi." The trio trotted over to the horse. Tomtom hesitated a bit. Gallop was really tall, but Oinky and Speedy were already calling out, "Hey, Gallop!" Gallop smiled warmly. "Hello, little ones. What a great day for a walk together. But wait, who's this new face on Oinky's back?" Tomtom, realizing Gallop wouldn't be able to hear his tiny voice from way up there, spoke extra loud. "Hello, sir. I'm Tomtom. I'm a snail visiting my grandparents for the summer." Gallop lowered his head to get a closer look at the little snail. "Welcome, Tomtom. I'm Gallop, the fastest horse in this part of the forest. It's great to meet you." Tomtom was touched that such a big, mighty horse had bent down just to talk to him. "It's great to meet you too, Gallop," he said excitedly. Gallop chuckled. "So how's the ride on Oinky? Pretty fun?" Tomtom nodded happily. "Yes. Thanks to Oinky, I don't get tired and I can go lots of places." Speedy suddenly perked up, a mischievous grin on his face. "Hey, Gallop, can you carry all of us? I bet riding on your back is way cooler than riding Oinky." Speedy giggled and winked playfully at Oinky. Oinky huffed, pretending to be offended. "Hey now, my back is very comfy. Thank you very much." Then he burst out laughing too. Gallop shook his head, amused. "You little rascals, sure, I could carry you all, but wouldn't it be more fun to walk together?" The group agreed and continued their walk along the stream. This time, Tomtom climbed down from Oinky's back, wanting to move around on his own a little. Oinky walked slowly next to him, matching his pace, while Speedy dashed ahead, then zoomed back as if he were racing himself. Gallop took long, graceful steps, occasionally swishing his tail to shoo away little bugs buzzing nearby. After a while, they reached a soft, shady patch of grass under a giant tree. It looked like the perfect resting spot. Speedy, always full of ideas, suddenly exclaimed, "Let's play hide and seek! I love hide and seek! There are so many good hiding spots here." Oinky agreed, wagging his short tail. "Great idea, but who's gonna be the seeker?" Speedy raised his paw instantly. "Me, of course. I'm the fastest, so I should be the one searching." He gave them all a playful wink before turning around, covering his eyes and counting loudly. 10, 20, 30. Speedy counted really fast. As soon as Speedy started counting, Oinky whispered to Tomtom, "Quick, let's hide before he finishes counting." Oinky dashed behind a bush. Gallop chuckled and stepped silently behind a tree, his brown coat blending in perfectly. That left Tomtom, who started panicking. "Oh no, where do I hide?" Snails weren't exactly the best at running away quickly. He frantically scanned the area and spotted a wildflower bush with big leaves. Perfect. He hurriedly crawled underneath and curled up as small as he could. His striped shell looked just like a tiny rock, a genius disguise. Speedy finished counting. 100. Ready or not, here I come. He perked up his ears, listening carefully for any sounds. First, he spotted a short, stubby tail sticking out from behind a bush. Aha! Found you, Oinky! Oinky laughed. Oops, I forgot to tuck my tail in. Next, Speedy heard soft breathing near the tree. He tiptoed closer and spotted a pair of big nostrils peeking from behind the trunk. Gallop, I found you too! Gallop stepped out, chuckling. Not bad, Speedy. Not bad at all. Now only Tomtom was left. Speedy looked around but saw no sign of him. Where is that little snail? Oinky and Gallop also joined the search. Tomtom sure found a great hiding spot, Oinky said, impressed. Under the flower bush, Tomtom's tiny heart, which by the way was very small, was pounding with excitement. He could hear Speedy hopping so close, but still, no one found him. After searching everywhere, Speedy scratched his head. Okay, I give up. Tomtom, where are you? Gallop, who had very sharp eyes, suddenly noticed a shell that looked a little too much like a pebble. He whispered to Speedy, pointing towards the bush, I think I found him. Speedy tiptoed forward, then whoosh! He flipped over the leaf. Gotcha, Tomtom! Tomtom uncurled and laughed. Ha ha, you almost didn't find me! Everyone cheered for Tomtom. That was a great hiding spot, Speedy said. I totally thought you were a rock. Tomtom smiled proudly. I might be slow, but I am good at hiding. Gallop nodded. See, you used your unique skills. Every friend has something special about them. After their game, the four friends lay down on the grass, giggling and catching their breath. The sun was now high up, and Tomtom suddenly remembered Grandma's words. Oh no, I need to get back home for lunch. My grandparents must be waiting for me. Speedy pouted. Already? But we were just starting to have fun. Oinky patted Speedy's head. Relax, we have plenty of time to play later. Tomtom just got here. Gallop nodded. Go on, little buddy. We'll be here in the afternoon if you want to play more. Tomtom smiled brightly. I'd love that. See you later, everyone. He waved his tiny antennae and slowly made his way back home. This time, he didn't need Oinky to carry him. He wanted to take his time and enjoy the journey. As he traveled, he felt warm and happy inside. What an amazing first day in the forest. He had made 3 wonderful friends, a kind wild boar, a speedy rabbit, and a wise, strong horse. Even though they were all different, they accepted him just the way he was. When he arrived home, Grandma and Grandpa Snail had a delicious lunch of fresh leaves waiting for him. Grandma smiled warmly. Did you have fun today, Tomtom? Tomtom beamed. Yes, Grandma. I made new friends, played games, and even got to ride on Oinky's back. It was the best day ever. Grandpa chuckled. Friends are important. Having someone to share adventures with makes life much more fun. Tomtom nodded. Yes, and even though we're all different, we make a great team. Grandma patted his shell. That's a wonderful lesson, my dear. Good friends accept and support each other, no matter what. Tomtom felt a warm, happy glow inside. This summer was going to be amazing.
If you enjoyed the story, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of Snail's adventures. And now, goodbye and see you next time.
Tom, 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 go, discovering songs.